Okay, and we're here for round one. We've got Shaun versus Andries Louw. This is going to be quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, because we've got a really aggressive deck versus essentially Turbo Fog. Shaun is kind of known for playing decks that stretch things out a bit, and this is right up his alley.
So what we have is Turbo Fog versus Mardu vehicles, and it's going to be a thing. They're just starting up now. They're getting their preps ready, hopefully. It's a bit glitchy, unfortunately. I don't know why.
I hope that'll just sort itself out.
Maybe. Yeah, so...
Head judge making an announcement.
And yeah, well, how is this Turbo Fog working, really? That's the question. Like, what is in the deck that makes it so Turbo Foggy?
Let's have a look.
Let's have a quick squiz while they're getting their things ready. So, gets mana, draws cards, shuts stuff down.
Clears the board as often as possible.
Clearly, intervention to shut down anything that's too special. It's running one approach of the second sun, so I guess we'll see there. What does Haze of Pollen even do?
That is the one fog, the cycling fog.
Aha, cycle fog. That's the one.
And then the encircling fissure would be the other one.
So he's got 8 fog effects.
And a good couple of...
No, 12. There it is.
That is 12 fogs main board. So
nice.
Turbo Fog definitely appropriate for this game.
Okay. 1 creature in Kefnet the Mindful. I guess he could just grind that out as a blocker, really.
And Jace just to probably control the board a bit more, bounce creatures he doesn't like,
and draw
get his
cards.
scry on.
Yeah.
Get his scry on, draw cards.
Yeah.
And with the Mardu vehicles list, nothing that we don't expect to see in a Mardu vehicles list.
Maybe the fact that there's 4 always watching in the sideboard is a bit weird. But I can't say specifically that that's not supposed to be there.
Because he'll just bring in the Glorybound Initiates, get some real good beatdown happening. He's got the Harsh Mentors in there. I'm guessing that's for...
Okay, well they kind of starting.
Mulligans.
They're both doing their mulligans. Yeah, I think game 1, Shaun actually stands a very good chance.
I was thinking that because Andries is going to be wanting to get the beatdowns happening, and Shaun is just going to be saying nope most of the time.
And then, yeah, after sideboard, I think Andries has only one plan. He needs to land that Chandra, it needs to stick, and he needs to alter it.
And that's basically the plan.
That's the only way he wins.
Sideboard wise, I'm guessing Shaun would just bring in the Radiant Flames and the Sweltering Suns, possibly.
Yeah, it's only
those negates are probably going to come in handy.
And crush. Bounce everything back. Just more control, really. Okay, so they have their second hands. They are scrying. Shaun has 4 lands and a tune with Ether. Why would he keep that? Where Andries has a Gideon, 2 lands,
Veteran
Motorist. And Shaun is going off on that.
Let's get that energy, let's fix the mana. Because he is playing a 4-color deck, I'm guessing that's why he kept the hand with the tune, just to make sure he's got his mana fixing done.
It's kind of strange though. There must be something in his hand that makes sure that he gets through another turn. That was a fatal push off the top, and there's the Motorist that gives him stride 2. Now you can see what we're seeing.
Just deciding on whether he's going to keep it.
One top, one bottom. Did you see what that was on top?
It was a planes and another motorist, I think.
Oh, so he's got...
I'm actually surprised he doesn't know what he's up against. All he saw is Sanctum and the tune.
Yeah, well look, he's going to get his first hit again. Shaun does not have any fogs currently that I can see.
Yeah, Shaun's just planning on going the long game.
Well, he's only really got like 2 turns left for that.
Before the beats start coming
Before
in.
the beats are just too much.
God, that is getting up the trials.
Yeah, he's coming in and 3 down.
This could potentially be a very, very quick game 1 if Shaun doesn't get some things together to handle this board.
Yeah, does he just emblem that straight away? No, he didn't. He popped it up 1. Which just prevents damage from nothing, really.
Well, Shaun does have one of his fogs in hand. I get the feeling 7 will be coming his way now. It feels like a good time to be using one of the fogs.
Indeed. A tune with ether. Having confounded Andries in the first turn, I think, probably wondering why.
What is coming his way? As expected, coming in for 7. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't fog.
And there
Commencement
it
of
is.
festivity, so that's the first fog. So that's probably why he kept it, because we didn't see the one fog that he had in his
Sure. So he had a fog already. Nothing bad happens. That is the bounty of Luxor.
Get some more mana, get some cards drawing.
Yeah.
So he's got a fog, and it looks like he's got 2 bounties in hand.
Yeah.
Or is it just the one? I think it's just the one.
I think it's just the one, and he can't play it this turn because he needs that fog.
Yeah, taking 7, not a fun.
He is going for it. I think he's going to take the 7. So what it says is, in your first main phase,
He'll be getting some mana,
get 3 mana, put a flood
counter, and then the following turn, remove a flood counter, get
Draw a
draw a
card.
card. So I'm guessing he's really hoping that he's either going to draw into another fog just to stay alive, because then he'll have enough mana to fog twice, just in case. But we are expecting a nice big hit of 7 coming.
Going into the tank. The other Gideon is pretty dead at this stage.
If I was Andries, I'd just keep to this beatdown plan, because Shaun has shown a fog, he's tapped out, so that's
a very good
guaranteed
time to
7.
go through.
Yep, getting all that beatdown going.
Oh, that's nice. Wakes it up. Not 7 anymore.
So
now it's 11.
Now it's 11. That's a big hit for Shaun to take.
Ouch.
Shaun is on 6. He was on 17, took 11, down to 6. Now he needs...
Wow. Never mind then. Now he needs all the fogs. That mana's not going to help him. He first draws a card, then gets the mana.
Well, that's another fog, so he's doing the turbo fog thing.
He's safe now. He's got the flood counter, so next turn he gets mana instead. Which is probably not unreasonable. I mean, if you can get the Kefnet just to deal with some stuff,
then that would help him.
that would really help. And it's back to Andries.
Does cut it on its prevent damage or just double it?
It doubles.
Yeah, that disintegration. Oh, it's just 4 damage.
Just 4 damage to a creature.
Insult to injury.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
that just doubles damage.
Yes. Yeah, all this does is like hits nothing. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to have a very dead hand of removal, but that's fine. He's. I have to say it. Andries is definitely in the driver's seat at the moment.
Of course. Maybe in the driver's seat, but there's no vehicles there.
He's got a motorist. He's got a pilot. He's got a pilot.
He goes in for another 11.
Forcing Shaun to have
Well,
which he does.
he's got 3.
Yeah, this is going to take a while for Andries to get through. Awakened Fisher get a body out.
Okay, so targets him.
Probably end up putting it on a basic.
Indeed. Which is good. Cast it with Awaken 2, so it is a 0/0 with 2+1/1 counters on it.
So at least he's got a blocker, try and stem the bleeding a bit.
Yeah.
But still has 2 fogs in hand, so I get the feeling Shaun feels in pretty good position right now. Drawing another fog, so this could go on for a while.
Yeah, I think he's fine now. He's got more than enough to
He's got
just
more than enough fogs
push
to
through.
handle whatever comes his way.
I mean, 3 turns to get a sweeper. The Gideon doesn't get stopped, so there is that problem. But generally speaking, he's just going to keep doing that, and Andries is going to keep trying to add to the board slowly.
And if I was Andries right now, I'd see, okay, he's on this fog plan. If I attack, I don't need to attack with all my creatures. I'd basically just start upping getting of the trials. Maybe eventually get to that emblem, and then Shaun would have something else to do with.
Yeah, look, I mean, if he gets that emblem, he can just stick the Gideon. He's not going to lose.
He's not going to lose, because then it's stick the Ella of Zendikar and then just keep going sideways till Shaun runs out of fogs.
Which is basically 12 attacks.
Because it's going to end up just being game 1 and that's it.
This is entirely possible. The idea scares me.
Still going in for lethal, which fair play, of course.
Shaun's sitting there just like, whatever. I need to decide which one of these to cast.
It would be interesting if he did an Awaken again. Just going with
Fog everything again. This is quite frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Not for us, I think it's hilarious, but like I'm supposed to be sitting there. Why? Why are you doing this to me? First main phase he gets to draw another card. What did he just draw? Oh wow, he drew a Vessel of Narcissi.
So another plan Andries could go with is sticking a vehicle and then just, that's guaranteed 3 damage from killing his awakened land.
I guess that helps, but then he has to do it again.
He has to do it again. We're calling a judge just for the bounty.
Okay, he's saying he forgot about
The mana that he would get.
I actually thought he used that mana for the
That's
vessel.
yeah. I was
But
just
clearly
assumption.
not. We should have been looking at how he tapped his lands.
Well, there's no real downside to it, because he can then just use the mana that he has anyway to crack the vessel.
Oh, he got the card.
Well, regular Al,
Yeah,
no need to be... Oh, but does that look like a Fevered Vision?
that is definitely a Fevered Visions.
So that is how Shaun is probably going to get through this.
That's,
It's
well, I mean,
still quite a few draw steps, and I don't see how many cards Andries has in hand at the moment.
he's played the Depala, he's got 2 or 3, I believe. And he goes in with the team again.
Just everyone forcing to have the fog. Little does he know that he's got a good couple coming his way still.
3 cards waiting for a good target on that disintegration. And he's Fogs. And he's just
giving
like
a little chuckle.
little chuckle of pain and dying. Why?
Why? Just thinking, why you do this, me in my head right now.
Yeah. End of turn. Break a vessel. What did he get? Land enchantment? Gets the...
Takes the cast out.
Which is
That's
pretty much the
gonna
way you beat Gideon. It's like, oh, you do not have a Gideon end of turn and you're on -3. That is the way he gets it. Draws for turn. Please remember the bounty.
And that would be a Planner Outburst that he drew, which feels really good to him right now.
Gets the mana.
He's probably just going to snap off the Outburst.
3 cards in hand, he's deciding. I would actually... I don't think he can play that Fevered Visions, quite frankly. I mean, that's gonna just kill him.
Yeah.
Casts out the Gideon.
As expected. Nothing Andries can do about it. Gideon is not there for now. Does make the other Gideon live for him at least.
Oh, I think that is such a mistake. Does he have the mana? Oh, he does,
he
have,
does have the
mana.
mana for a fog, so he's perfectly fine right now.
So each person draws a card end of turn. The opponent just loses 2 life if he has 4.
And Shaun does have 4 of those in his deck, so...
Which is always nice. They each trigger separately, of course. So the first one can say, now it's 3, and then the second one, oh, now it's 4. And then, like, if he doesn't have a third one, it's like, oh, now it's 5. Oh, look at that, that hurts. Yeah, I mean, like, he's got the Gideon that he can just ram out now. Probably should. Shaun has 3 fogs in hand. Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
The Fatal Push is, well, it's not dead in Andries' hand.
Yeah, I think he's just forgetting that that's a creature. I mean, I would have used it by now. It's just like
ages ago. So yes, I will.
It's like, oh wait, yeah, you do not have any other creatures. Like, let's cut a piece of mana.
And then that takes him off the double white as well.
Yeah, but
because
he
he's got
doesn't
a
know.
Ether Hug, and
Yeah.
that's where he'd be getting his second white from.
Yeah, I don't. Andries probably doesn't know about that though. And there's not last fog. He's got 4 cards in hand. He can play 2 out. Well, he can actually play 3 out. He can go Fatal Push, Motorist, and Gideon. Then he's.
I agree with the Motorist first. Let's see what's coming. If you see Unlicensed Disintegration, just keep it, man. Because that's how you win. Both to the bottom, not going to help you right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the ribbons.
It's just kills. Like, he still needs to get it. Like, then he can't use the disintegration. So I don't think that's a play. He loses both. Plays land. Plays
But
a
if he
Gideon.
plays it right, then gets the ribbons in the grave or the cup so that you can drain the life.
Yeah.
Because then it's unlicensed disintegration, ribbons, and then that would be game for Andries.
Sure.
Obviously, he doesn't know what he's up against. Okay, he knows he's up against fogs.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 disintegrations. So now all we need is for
A second creature.
for Shaun to have a second creature, which doesn't seem very likely.
No, it's like, look, the second time he cast Awaken, he just
He
made
just
that one
put it on
bigger.
the same creature.
So that's probably smart. That is another. What did he?
Was it the Kefnet? No,
That's
it's not.
not.
Is he playing Anticipate? No, he's not.
I think it was.
No, it's a Powerfoil Fisher. Is it the Kefnet? I think he might have just drawn the Kefnet.
No, that's not the Kefnet, man. I don't know what it is.
Well, I get the feeling he'll be casting it soon. If it's Anticipate, then we have a slight deck list,
Issue, yes.
which we can just sort out with Shaun later on.
Yeah, that's being regular RL.
Yeah.
You just fix it. There's no penalty. It's just like, okay, this wasn't great. Your list matches or doesn't match, and we need to now change it.
And Andries is nothing but consistent, trying to get in as much damage as possible
Goes in
with all the boys.
team again. That is an Anticipate, isn't it?
There's a Fallen, get the fog on. And in my mind, I think Andries would think by now, okay, I only need to do 6 damage. I don't need to attack with everything. But he likes turning cards sideways, and that's what he's doing.
That's what his deck does. And then he takes 2. Look at that. Finally, some damage on the board. Which he didn't have to. I mean, he could have just, like, pushed if he... Well, I mean, that's...
That is Anticipate.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually going to be interesting. Shaun takes the Kefnet, and that could be how he loses. If he plays the Kefnet, all Andries would need to do is get an artifact down, and then that's how he wins the game.
I mean, he's still fine, isn't he? He's got another...
I won't say it's tilting me, but I really wish. That land should not be there anymore. That push is just staring at us. So we need the vehicles deck to get a vehicle.
Yes, and then he can just cast both
on Kefnet.
Kefnet doesn't actually have to die, it just has to be a legal target. And that is 6 damage to the face.
I think deep down he knows that's the way it's going to go. But we'll have to wait and see. And he doesn't have a lot of time to do it because that Kefnet is going to be a pretty fast clock in the air.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then we've got the outburst coming, I assume.
And it says kill all non-land creatures.
Shaun not caring. His god is indestructible. He has a land creature. And now would be an excellent time for Andries to push
the land.
Switches. Clears up his board.
Which is nice. I mean, no, he doesn't have to turn so many things sideways anymore.
And he's still attacking for lethal when he attacks. So you should be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's safe. And he draws a land, still looking for that one artifact. Which I guess is unfortunate. Doesn't he have an inspector in hand? He does. He has a private inspector in hand.
That was Toolcraft Exemplar.
Oh, sure. That was Exemplar. Okay,
yes.
So it's not it. Okay, well, I mean...
So he's got a good couple of live draws. It's Inspector, and he could literally win on the spot because he's got the mana to Inspector. And
Scrounger, still good. Heart of Kiran. And that's 4 of each. So there's still 12 cards there that just wins in the game on the spot.
So Andries is definitely not out of it.
He needs to play some stuff. I mean,
and that's all he needs to do. He needs to know that his unlicensed disintegration is how he wins. So that's not what he wants to play right now. It's play the Toolcraft.
Yeah, like
play the land, play the push, done.
Yeah, just get that land out because interesting. Actually, you know what happens then? If he pushes the land now, I don't know, the prevention just gets cast straight away. Hey. Because he's only got the 2 mana up.
Yeah.
And you can...
But that would still force him to do it, and then it's still one less fog for him to deal with.
You know what he should do? He should push. If Shaun casts the prevention, then he uses his mana for something else.
There we go.
Not that he has much else to do, but you know.
But he's on that beatdown plan.
Yeah, so,
vehicles doing what vehicles does. Why does it look?
Oh, he actually wants to kill something.
Hopefully he realizes now, yes, that is a creature. It is one less. Stop looking at the unlicensed. Don't do it, man.
Shaun being
the hub is the only thing that could produce black, so I'm hoping to see.
Shaun forgets. Puts him down to 1. Wow.
We have the 4/4 dice.
Yeah, I mean that was.
Okay, that works as well.
That was a thing. Plays out the Exemplar.
Starts emptying the hand.
Because now he's just on the pain train. And he takes his 2, and he wants all those cards because he really needs this artifact now.
So I'm just going with Andries forgot that land creatures are still 1 CMC or less.
Well, maybe he didn't want to, I don't know, I would have protected my land. Like, he's not using it for anything else. Just push it.
And killing a land always feels good.
Yeah. Shaun now got a tune with Ether, so he's probably just going to go fetch another land. Might as well at this stage. He needs to replace the one he lost. Yeah. Passes the turn, does not.
Yeah, passing the turn, not interested in doing anything.
There's another land.
Probably because he wants his Kifnet online to attack and block.
Well, interestingly enough, if he casts that tune with Ether against the land,
he still gets the land, so it doesn't.
But he's still on that number.
Thins his deck so he can get to the things he wants.
Yeah, then the Kefnet draw and the Fevered Visions draw just gets that slight percentage better. But every little bit helps because he does need to stay alive.
Because he is on 1. He is thinking he wants to be conservative, trying to be as conservative as possible. We've got another fog coming. And I think we should start keeping track of how many fogs it costs, just to know how many is left in the deck. It's a little late now.
Yeah, it's a little late. I'm thinking this is number 5.
It feels like number 100.
It was the 2 awakened ones that gave him the 4/4. That was
That's the third. There was a commencement,
Yeah.
and I think that's the third laser pollen.
So yeah, so he's on 6. He's cast half of them. And he draws a cast out. That Gideon is down. And another Fevered Visions.
If I'm Shaun, it's just get rid of Gideon right now for 1 white, essentially. Because he's got the 3 free mana, cast out the Gideon, only have to worry about the Toolcraft, even though the Toolcraft is still lethal.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's still lethal, but he's still got these other things to work with.
Fevered Visions.
More Fevered Visions, all the cards.
So and I think he's just going to make sure he's got at least 5 cards in hand so that Kefnet can attack and block.
And he goes and
Doing
fetches.
replacement, which is fine.
I think he should. I mean, he does kind of. Well, he should have done it last turn. Let's be honest.
Because Kefnet's not attacking or blocking right now.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be blocking first chance it gets.
Well, why though? I mean, I guess he could just block the Toolcraft and then cast out the other one, and then everything's fine. But also, oh, you know what? Andries didn't play his second Manland. It's still in his hand, isn't it?
That is correct.
That is such a bad idea. He should be playing out as much as possible. The Fevered Visions can just like literally kill him if he doesn't get through the last 5 or 6 fogs. I mean, like if that's 4 damage a turn now at this stage, that's 4 turns
gonna hurt.
versus all the fogs. But I think he's going again. Look at
Playing
that.
out the deck, possibly trying to dig to his second sun approach.
Yeah.
Because that would be the other way he wins quite quickly, because there's going to be occasions where he's going to be drawing 2 cards at the end of turn and then an extra card off the bounty.
Yeah.
So he could get to the second cast of the approach fairly quickly.
Yeah, in like 2 turns.
And maybe he's thinking, okay, let's get the approach, cycle to it with whatever I have, win that way. And Andries still waiting on an artifact.
And there's some more fogs.
More fogs,
Cool.
as expected.
So I think there's only 4 left in the deck now.
But he does have, he does play Committed Memory just to refuel.
Oh yeah, you could just redo it, hey. Oh my word. Oh wow.
Well, Andries drawing the much needed artifact. He does have the mana to cast it.
He should just finish it.
And just finish it.
I think he's going for it.
Double unlicensed, and then that's the game.
He's going for it.
Has to go for it.
Come on. You know you want to.
Unlicensed.
3 to the face.
None of his fogs says prevent damage. They all say prevent combat damage. And that should be the game.
Well, I mean, he could cast out his own Kefnet.
That he could. Or he could cast out the Scrounger.
He could cast out the Scrounger as well. I mean...
I know, not the Scrounger. It's definitely the Kefnet.
No, because he can't get it back. He doesn't have a way to get it back, so it probably needs to be the Scrounger.
And this is where Andries having a second unlicensed helps, because then
he can
if
just
tries
respond.
To cast out, response.
Yeah.
So this should be all wrapped up for Andries.
Yeah.
Just see how it plays out. Shaun taking his time, seeing if there's anything he can do.
I think they've now gone through about 25 minutes.
And that's the end of game 1. There we go.
I would have tried, eh? Okay, so they are back on that. Let's get a let's. They are having their talks now, and Andries telling him he's sitting with 3 unlicensed disintegration, just no artifacts. He's been basically dead on board for a good draw.
Yep.
Better part of 10 minutes.
And I think Well, as we know, it's definitely Chandra coming in.
Yes, Chandra needs to come in because that's just damage. Look, it can get cast out. That's unfortunate. Does Fragmentize fix that?
Fragmentize doing artifact or enchantment, so that'll definitely come in because he has more options.
Sure. So you can get rid of the cast out again. I don't see anything else that he would want to bring in. I mean, the initiate gaining life doesn't. There's no damage to be dealt here.
A harsh mentor.
Is there any activations that he would want to stop? Maybe it's just Kefnet. There's nothing, so I wouldn't even put that in.
Does he want to go more aggressive with the honored crop captain? Probably not.
I don't think he should.
I get the feeling P and Alarm might also come in just so that he has more artifacts available. But for Shaun, I think it's fairly easy decisions. He'll bring in his negates to handle the planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Gideon's intervention will probably come in as well.
Just to shut them down.
He can go with cheaper sweepers instead of the fumigate and the outburst, bring in the radiant flames and the sweltering suns. He's got all options. He could literally just take his whole sideboard, chuck it in the deck, and pick what he wants to take out after that.
Yeah, like maybe some fogs.
We would prefer that.
Yes, indeed. It looks at. I didn't see now what Andries took out. It does look like he went with the basic route.
Chandra, Fragmentize.
Yeah. And
shuffling up as fast as he can because he knows
he does not have a lot of time.
And for Shaun, even if he just sticks with the plan that he has, he'll bring in some negates, cheaper board wipes, but then his plan stays essentially the same. Don't die, and that's how I win.
Don't die. Well, I mean, I think that's how magic usually works. Just don't die.
Don't die. That's how I win.
And then you win.
With that, considering Andries won, Shaun will need to be a little bit more aggressive.
I don't know how he's going to get through this. I don't actually think he in this deck plans to play a second game.
Yes.
Or plans to finish the second game. I think it needs to win the first one, shut him down enough, win the first one, and then just play for time.
Which is not fun for a feature match, but this is how it was drawn up.
And also we thought it would be fun.
Have the hyper aggressive versus the hyper defensive.
The painfully awkward. It's like, you have another one. Yes, I do. It's like, how many do you run? All of them.
Just 12. Just all of them that are legal right now.
Every single one, because there it is. He's got some things. One lander. It's not going to hold. Shaun seems to have an okay hand. He doesn't like it either. I mean, I think one land is the problem.
One land is the problem. He cannot do anything with that.
No. Okay, so yeah, I mean, he conceivably prefers to go to 3, get the bounty out,
and then
have at least 2 fogs to get through that, and then start drawing cards. Really,
drawing cards, stick a fevered visions or 2. Someone's really happy with the hand. Andries enjoying what he's seeing.
Clearly, also having way too much fun here in the feature match. And there's that anticipate.
It's not there. It's not there.
I don't know. I think look. We'll just update the list.
So we'll just.
Okay. So we've got some feedback on that. He updated the list in between sending us the original list
and he didn't send the updated list.
Apparently he did, but it's normally he sends in the link anyway, so he probably just didn't pull the latest link.
So, we're okay with that.
We'll fix it. Not for this video, of course, but we'll fix it. Although, I mean, we could always just like have them played out again, and then record it again with the correct list.
If you don't mind, I'm okay with passing on the option.
Sure.
12 fogs is a lot of fogs.
And they're off. Gets energy. What is that land doing there? What is that? Ah, it's Forsaken Sanctuary. Sure. It looked like a concealed courtyard for a bit.
Everyone can't have the mana base they'd like, so we make do.
Like, look,
He's got one concealed courtyard, one Forsaken Sanctuary.
you have to remember that this list is not supposed to run any black mana sources in the first place. So the fact that it does, and not just
quite interesting.
it's quite inspiring because it's 4 Smoldering Marsh,
That is.
1 Forsaken Sanctuary, 1 Concealed Courtyard, and 2 Ethars. Maybe that's the problem. He doesn't have a full playset of Ethars, or he doesn't like having colorless mana. Either way, Heart of Kiran is out.
Art is there, and Andries should be happy
And
seeing
he's,
one of his sideboard cards. The Fragmentar is in his hand at the moment, so that's going to handle the Fevered Visions, a Bounty, and those are the only ones he'd probably want to handle. Cast Out as well.
I think he'd like you keep those for cast out. Like whatever gets shut down just needs to.
That needs to go.
Yeah. Also, if it's well timed with the trigger on the stack, the thing doesn't get exiled at all, and he just loses the cast out.
And that's it.
Yeah, especially if it was for a lethal hit, and that's the only way he stops it.
Shaun on the
Fetching some
attune
more.
plan. Really interested in seeing what Shaun does with what's going on at the moment. Because I know when I see it turn into Heart of Kid, I sigh. Because I know there's definitely, it's very likely a hit is coming in the next turn.
Well, I mean, he has the cast out. Like, he's going to try.
We'll see how far he gets.
We will have to. It's like we're watching a modern game. It shuffles all the time. How is this even allowed?
We've got a Gideon. It's obviously just going to be, it should just be Scrounger, Gideon for 4. Or Gideon for 4 still works.
Interesting.
Play makes sense because now he's representing 8 damage next turn.
Yeah, look, it's a very good play. I guess he doesn't have anything else to crew with.
I know he's got 2 Scroungers in hand.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is probably just a better clock. Yeah.
So now next turn is just Scrounger, crew the Heart with Scrounger, wake up the Gideon, get in for 8. Which means that is a 2-turn clock. Can't see if it does look like Shaun has a fog. And then we have the plan going, crew the Heart, get in for 8, and then we got the first fog.
11 to go. Okay.
And Andries' clock is just getting faster and faster.
Oh wow. Okay. So we have the updated list. It is
very different.
It is It's surprising. That is all. He runs only 1 anticipate.
1 anticipate, and that's in place of.
It's an extra instance. So
there's no approach of the second sun.
No. He cut 1 Fevered Visions.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the difference.
No.
There's 1 Fevered Visions less and 1 anticipate more.
There was another big attack by Andries and commencement of festivities. Cycling the cast out, which is interesting. I'm guessing he needs to make his land drop. Andries seeming surprised that there are that many fogs in standard.
Too surprised. This is painful.
There should be a turbo fog deck with Dynavolt Tower. That seems Dynavolt Tower and Fevered Visions. That's it. That could be the whole deck.
That could probably be the entire deck. That is just rude.
And I'm thinking he'll be anticipating
Fevered Visions.
That's definitely a power play for him.
Yeah, but I mean, like now he can't
fog.
He can't fog this turn, so he's going to take a massive punch.
But that's 8 plus 6.
No, you can use loyalty on the heart.
That's exactly why. It's 4 from Gideon, 4 from the heart, 6 from the scoundrels.
14.
That'll put him on 2.
Okay.
This should be interesting. He
He
doesn't
also-
even need to use loyalty from the heart because he can crew it with the toolcraft.
Yes.
That is.
Well, I mean, he
Okay.
shortcuts it, but it's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, that we all understand it. He puts him on 2. Wow.
Andries did not draw off the visions.
No, he killed him.
He killed the fragmentized. That's why he was very happy to see it.
I don't know. I would have gone for the card draw. He's on 20 life. He can
I honestly
seriously
wouldn't
grind
care.
it
I
out.
honestly wouldn't care. I'd take the damage. My board is ridiculous at the moment, so give me more cards.
I would because is it sorcery? Is that the problem? I do believe it is. Yes,
Sorcery,
okay, so he can't wait for the card draw.
But yeah, that was it. Not getting enough fog.
Yeah.
And that's it for round 1.
Yeah, that's it. Surprising.
Only 2 fogs in that game, no board
Yeah,
wipes.
that's the problem there. Sometimes you just don't have it, and
If you don't have it and you're up against a board that looks that disgusting.
that ridiculous, then it's
Feels
just
bad.
nothing good can come of that. I hear the judges saying now that they're just surprised you didn't go to time this one. We're not surprised, we're just happy.
Quite happy.
But we'll be back for round 2 in a little bit. Cool.
There we go.